Building your own retro gaming machine is easier than ever nowadays, especially when you get a full desktop experience, media playback including YouTube and your favorite streaming services, access to your Steam library, and of course, thousands of retro games. So today, we're going to transform this little mini PC into the ultimate retro gaming machine. Now, to achieve that console-like experience, we'll need a dedicated operating system, and for that we'll be using Batocera. Now, Batocera is an open-source Linux operating system designed specifically for retro gaming, and with the help of a simple USB thumb drive, we're going to completely transform this little mini PC. And what we have here is the Beelink SER8, but when it comes to the overall specification, this unit right here is powered by the AMD Ryzen 7 8745HS processor paired with the 32 gigs of DDR5 memory running at 5600 MHz. Graphics are handled by the AMD Radeon 780M integrated GPU, which is still one of the most powerful integrated GPUs currently available. Storage comes in the form of a fast 1TB PCIe Gen 4 NVMe SSD, making the whole system feel incredibly quick and responsive. Right out of the box, it ships with Windows 11, but today we're replacing it with Batocera. Now, the installation process is actually very straightforward. You'll need a USB thumb drive with at least 8 gigs of storage. Download the Batocera image from the official website and use Balena Etcher to flash it onto your USB drive. The whole process only takes a few minutes. Before we get started, I do recommend having a keyboard and mouse available because they will make a few things much easier later in the video. But with secure boot disabled and the USB plugged in, simply press F7 during boot to access the boot menu and select your USB drive. From here, head into Settings, connect to Wi-Fi, then go into System Settings and select Install on a new disk. Batocera will begin installing onto your SSD, and once it's finished, simply restore to your system. After the reboot, you'll have Batocera installed directly on this little mini PC. Once Batocera finish loading, there are a few things I like to do. First, I disable the front-end music, then I connect to Wi-Fi, add my scraper account, download one of the many available themes and remap my controls exactly how I like them. Taking just a few minutes to personalize everything now makes the overall experience much nicer later on. But once everything has been scraped, your entire games library generally looks like a commercial gaming console. Everything feels clean, organized, and incredibly easy to navigate. Starting off with PlayStation 2 using PCSX2 with a Vulkan backend, God of War 2 runs at locked frames rate at 1080p, and honestly you can push the resolution even higher if you want to. I also tested one of my all-time favorites, The Simpsons Hit and Run, and once again performance was excellent. Overall PS2 emulation on the SER8 is fantastic here. Moving over to PlayStation 3 emulation, performance honestly surprised me here. I did test quite a few games here, including Demon Souls, God of War 1 and 2 HD collection, Ratchet and Clank, A Crack in Time, and even The Last of Us. Performance was generally impressive, especially considering everything is running on integrated graphics. Xbox 360 emulation also performs far better than I expected. Using Xenia Canary, Forza Motorsport 4 is completely playable and delivers a really enjoyable experience here. I also tested Asura's Wrath and it ran exactly how I hoped, making it for a fantastic experience from start to finish. Now there is one more emulator I spent some time testing, but as many of you already know, showing too much on it on YouTube isn't really worth the risk anymore. Overall, depending on the game, performance ranged anywhere between 30 and 60 FPS, and I came away genuinely impressed with what this little mini PC can do on Linux. And thanks to that Bluetooth 5.2, pairing an external controller couldn't be easier. I've been using the Gamesir G7 Pro Dragon's Dogma 2 edition, and it connected quickly without any issues. Playing over Bluetooth is definitely a great option, but since the controller also comes with an USB dongle, that's still my preferred way to play. But Batocera isn't just about retro games anymore. Using a few community add-ons, you can also unlock a full desktop experience. And I'm using Arch Linux here. It behaves just like a normal desktop. You can change wallpapers, browse the web using your favorite browser, access the terminal and manage your files just like you would on any other Linux system. One thing I want to mention here is Steam. You can also launch Steam Big Picture mode directly from Batocera, giving you access to your existing Steam library. Using Wi-Fi download speeds were exactly what I expect, and gaming performance is just what you expect from a modern Linux gaming machine. When it comes to media consumption, Jellyfin works flawlessly here, making it easy to stream your own media library. You can also access other streaming services if you want to, giving Batocera even more flexibility. For YouTube, I'm using the TV application, which is currently limited to 1080p. However, opening YouTube through the browser lets you watch content at up to 4K, giving you the best viewing experience possible here. Of course, anything below the systems we tested today is going to run fantastic on the Beelink SER8. Overall, this has become one of my favorite ways to use this little mini PC. Whether you're into retro gaming, PC gaming through Steam, media streaming, or simply want a console like experience in your living room, Batocera delivers far more than I expected. I had quite a few people asking me to test emulation on the SER8, so hopefully this video answers those questions. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. If is there anything else you'd like to see running on this little machine, let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.